Hey, so we have this problem and it wants us to divide these rational expressions. So it says 8y squared plus 32y plus 23 divided by y squared minus 9 divided by y squared minus 9 over y squared plus y minus 12. All right, so when we divide fractions, we keep the first one, keep the first fraction, flip the second fraction and change our sign here to multiplication. So we keep our first one, 8y squared plus 32y plus 23 divided by y squared minus 9. We flip our second fraction, y squared plus y minus 12 over y squared minus 9, and we change our sign to multiplication. All right, so this is the new problem that we're working with. And when we multiply fractions, we multiply across. All right, so we're going to get 8y squared plus 32y plus 23 times y squared plus y minus 12 over y squared minus 9 times y squared minus 9. All right, now I'm going to try and factor this into its factors. So these y squared minus 9s, I know there's a property that says a squared minus b squared equals a plus b times a minus b. Well, 9 is 3 squared and y squared is y squared. So I can use this property to split these two in the denominator up. So I'm going to end up getting, at least for my denominator, I'll get y plus 3, y minus 3, y plus 3, y minus 3. All right. So that's my denominator. Now looking at my numerator, I'm going to look at this one first. I need things that multiply together to get negative 12, but add together to get positive 1. There's a 1 right there. All right. So let's look at the factors of negative 12. I could do negative 1 and 12. I could do negative 2 and 6, negative 3 and 4, negative 4 and 3, negative 6 and 2, and negative 12 and 1. All right. And this one right here, when I add these together, I get positive 1. So this is my answer. This is what it splits into. This splits into y plus 4, y minus 3. All right. This next one, let's see if we can try and figure out what this one factors into. I'm going to try and just brute force it. All right. So 23 is a prime number, so there's only going to be 1 in 23. And it's positive. This is positive, and this is positive. So that tells me that these have to be positive. All right. If it was just like this, it would be y squared plus 24y plus 23. Because you have 1y and 23y. Add together, get 24. So I know that's not what's happening. Let's see. If we did an 8 here, we would get 23 plus 23. We would get 23 times 8y plus 1y. Okay, well, that's way too big because I don't know what 23 times 8 is, but I know it's a really big number. So I know that's not what's happening. Let's try the 8 right here. So 23y plus 8y, that's equal to 31y. That's almost right, but that's not right either. Let's see. Let's see. So let's try and factor 8 out a little bit. Let's see if we did 2 and 4. That's going to give me 40. That's not gonna work. Alrighty, so this isn't working, so now we need to try the quadratic formula. Actually, I'm gonna record these over here. So this was y plus 4, y minus 3. All right, so without doing any of this one yet, I know that these will cancel. All right. Looking at the quadratic formula, I'm going to get y is equal to negative 32 plus or minus the square root of 32 squared minus 4 times 8 times 23 divided by 2 times a, which is 2 times 8. All right, so this is going to be y is equal to negative 32 plus or minus the square root of 32 squared is 1024 minus 4 times 8 is 32. Minus 736. 4 times 8 is 32. 32 times 23 is 736 divided by 16. I'm going to keep going this way. So it's negative 32 plus or minus square root of 1024 minus 736 is 288 divided by 16. 288 is 2 times 144. So I know this factors as negative 32 plus or minus the square root of 144 times the square root of 2 over 16. I know the square root of 144 is 12. So this is going to give me negative 32 plus or minus 12 on the square root of 2 over 16. All right. So now that I've gotten this far, I could simplify it some more, but I see the square root and none of my terms over here have a square root. So nothing's really going to cancel. So I'm not going to bother trying to factor it anymore. Once I see that there's a square root of 2 and I know that the square root of 2 doesn't factor any and give me anything that's not going to be having a square root, then I don't need to worry about what happens after that. So I'm going to have 8y squared plus 32y plus 23. That doesn't factor into nice, pretty numbers like this. It's going to factor into y plus something plus or minus the square root of something over something. It's going to look really messy. So I'm leaving it like this. I've canceled out what I can. So then I'm going to have 8y squared plus 32y plus 23 times y plus 4 over y plus 3, y minus 3 times y plus 3. And this would be my final answer because I've factored it as much as I can into pretty numbers and I've canceled out what I could. I canceled this and this. So this would be my final answer. I know it's not the prettiest answer, but that would be my final answer.